Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Tuesday, the 18th of June 2024. In today's Millwall news, we have a second video, a video filmed by Jake Cooper, who is seems to be the obviously last season he was wearing the captain armband on the pitch because Sean Hutchinson was injured for most of the season. So it seems that that's going to be carrying on. Jay Cooper kind of speaking on behalf of all the other players in an interview filmed by the club today and put out on social media and on Millwall TV. So we have this story written up about that video. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. A privilege. Mill's Jake Cooper pays emotional tribute to Matija Šarkić. Mill's Jake Cooper says it was a privilege to share a dressing room with Matija Šarkić after the goalkeeper tragically passed away at the age of 26. The Montenegrin Football Association said Sarkic died suddenly on Saturday morning, with Mill saying they were completely devastated. Sarkic, a Montenegrin international, joined the Championship club from Wolves in August 2023 and made 33 appearances last season. In his debut campaign for the Lions, the duo played 32 times together last season. Cooper told Mill's website, I want to start by saying how sorry I feel for his family and his partner Phoebe. You could see how united they were as a family and the love and stability that Phoebe gave to Matija. It was terribly tragic. A hole was left in their lives, which is heartbreaking to even think about for them. He came in and he made an impression on us straight away. He fitted right into the dressing room, and he felt like one of us straight from the beginning. We had a difficult season on the pitch at the beginning of last season, and he had to stand up and show his strength of character at a lot of moments when we needed him, and he did that. He was flourishing towards the end of last season, and it was great to see him performing well. He's been a great asset to the football club for us boys in that dressing room. It's been a privilege to share it with him. Cooper gave away a penalty in the final game of the season, a 1-0 win at Swansea, with Sarkic stopping Matt Grimes' penalty to give the Lions all 3 points. That's probably going to be my last memory of him sharing that moment away at Swansea, added Cooper. He saved the penalty that I inflicted on the team, and he was the hero in that moment. It's a special moment to remember him by. We were all in the dressing room after how much love he was getting after the game. He was a pleasure to be around, and I'm proud I got the chance to work with him for a part of his short time in the world. He was a charming, charismatic young man who had so much more to offer everyone. It's sad we're sat here talking about him in the way that we are, and unfortunately we're not telling him to his face. He was so kind to everyone. Everyone has felt it at the club because he left that impact in the year that he was here. And that was taken from this video that you can see here. It's on Mill's X account, which you can see even if you don't have a X account. You don't need to log in. I think you just go on a search engine and go for Mill Twitter and follow it through for there, and go to Mill's official website and find it by clicking on the link at the bottom. And the club have put this up today, just I think to inform everyone. Obviously there is a book of remembrance at the ground, and if you were thinking of going down and signing that, maybe after work on Thursday, that won't be possible because the Den will close its doors at 3:30 p.m. on Thursday the 20th of June 2024. The Lions store will remain open until 5 p.m. that evening and reopen at 10 a.m. the following morning. Our ticket office at the Den will reopen at 9:30 a.m. Friday the 21st of June. So if you were looking to do that, because obviously that's I think it's just inside the reception area, you won't be able to do that until 5 p.m. You have to go earlier than that on Thursday. So tomorrow, basically, Thursday the 20th. I told you in yesterday's video that Sarkic, Matija Šarkić, was buried. Well, I don't know if he was buried. There's a private family funeral on Monday, and today, Tuesday the 18th, there was a national memorial service held at the National Theatre in Podgorica, which is the capital of Montenegro. And we have now from pobjeda.me, pobjeda.me. They've got some coverage from that event. So I'm just going to read 3 pages from that, and then we'll finish the video. So obviously this is translated from Montenegrin, so the English might be a bit off here and there, and I'll try and correct it. A commemorative session was held in the CMP on the occasion of the premature death of the Montenegrin football. Matija, Montenegro will not forget you. And there's a picture there with a black table, or a table with a black table, a table with a black tablecloth, a Montenegrin football shirt, Sarkic 13, green one, goalkeeping shirt and some goalkeeping gloves, both in a frame, sitting on the table, and some what look like white roses, quite a few of them in front of the table. A commemoration on the occasion of the premature death of Montenegrin football player and national team player Matija Šarkić was held today at the Montenegrin National Theatre in Podgorica. You can see people there. The theatre hall could not accommodate all those who wanted to pay their last respects to the young Matija, and on behalf of the state, President Jakov Milatovic said goodbye to the Montenegrin goalkeeper. That is, if you didn't catch that, that is the president of the country. The president of Montenegro, obviously a small country. Nevertheless, the president of the country attended the service. I believe that's him there. In front of the Football Association of Montenegro, Matija's second home, President Dejan Savicevic said goodbye with an emotional speech with tears. So that's the president of the FA of Montenegro. The president of the Football Association, Dejan Savicevic, reminded that only 10 days ago, Sarkic delighted the entire public of the country, where he spent a good part of his childhood with his miraculous saves in Brussels, in a friendly match with Belgium. He emphasised that he also delighted the world's largest media, which raced to describe the Montenegrin goalkeeper's release with compliments. Release, I think release means he's passing. Oh yeah, they if you go on the Instagram of FSCG_official, they've put together a video there. Sarkic, as he was affectionately called, from training to training, from performance to performance, convinced everyone in the professional staff of the national team that he was a world-class goalkeeper, says Savicevic. On behalf of the players, Captain Stefan Jovetic recalled the camaraderie and games on the field with great talent who left us too soon. I believe that's him there. Jovetic emphasised that Sarkic was not just part of the team, but a symbol of perseverance, dedicated work, and dedication to the profession that he does. He was the epitome of professionalism, an example not only to the younger guys who dream big things in football, but also to us more experienced players. He pushed his team and the national team forward, as only great goalkeepers know how to do, Jovetic said. On behalf of the family, the attendees were thanked and said goodbye to the 3-minute older brother Matija by his twin Oliver, who is also a football player for FC Dešić. His twin brother said that their opinion was that he had only just begun a great career. You were born 3 minutes before me. I never thought I'd be older than you. Obviously someone else had other plans for our Matija. He was a big part of our trio of Sarkic brothers. We're going to continue as a trio, but now with a little bit of distance. Everyone who knows him knows what kind of worker he was. Now his moment has come to rest, and now he's part of the country he's so proudly defended and loved, said Oliver Sarkic. Matija, rest in peace, and Montenegro will always remember you. So that was just a kind of roundup. We now have basically, I think it's like the full speech from Savicevic. This was supposed to be Matija's age. He opened his heart to everyone who was a part of his life. The president of the Football Association of Montenegro, Dejan Savicevic, said at the commemoration on the occasion of the death of national team player Matija Šarkić that his sudden departure coloured the previous days with disbelief and deeply saddened all those who knew him, who cooperated with him, and all those who mercilessly cheered him on from the stands. I could talk about Matija as a footballer, an exceptional goalkeeper at length. Matija felt best between the posts on the goal line. He was his own there. He belonged to that place. He felt completely natural in goal, mastering the space that surrounds him between the posts. He looked like a giant, an insurmountable obstacle for every opponent and every opponent's attempt. He instilled security in his teammates, fear in his opponents when they met face to face with him, said Savicevic. In recent days, a lot has been written about Matija and his career, from the beginnings in his hometown of Grimsby, through his time spent in Anderlecht, then his return to the island in the ranks of Aston Villa and loans to the clubs where he developed, to the move to Wolverhampton, and at the end of a great season in which he managed to keep the Millwall net for as many as 12 games, but that's basically clean sheets for 12 games. It was also written about his talent and potential, which were limitless, which he showed many times. With his extraordinary talent, impeccable work ethic and dedication to the goalkeeping profession that Matija inherited, made him stand out from his generation and reach the biggest European scene. It was on the biggest stage that his presence lit up the stadium every time he stepped onto the field. The first man of the Football Association of Montenegro reminded that only 10 days ago, with miraculous saves in Brussels in a friendly match with Belgium, Sarkic delighted the entire public of the country where he spent a good part of his childhood, but also the world's largest media that raced to describe the addition of Matija with compliments. For us, it was nothing new, nothing unknown. Our Sarka, as everyone in the national team called him from mercy, from training to training and from performance to performance, convinced everyone in the professional staff of the national team that he was a world-class goalkeeper with his performance in Brussels. He confirmed this to all those who did not have the opportunity to witness his skill and extraordinary talent on a daily basis. Unfortunately, we will be deprived of the opportunity to admire his bravado on the goal of the national team many more times, as it should have been, said Savicevic, who interrupted his speech several times because he could not hold back his tears. I know, our dear Matija, that you had two great wishes in your professional career. The first one to be in the goal of the senior national team of your country, your Montenegro. You fulfilled back in 2019 when you were in the starting lineup of the Falcons for the first time. In the jersey with the national coat of arms, you were the best version of yourself, which you showed in all 9 appearances that you entered in the jersey sacred to you. The one that you will take to the other world. Unfortunately, you didn't have time to play in the Premier League, and you deserved it. And how? Knowing your character and dedication to work, we were sure that you would make that wish come true, added the president of the Football Association. Savicevic said that Matija has a man is best described by his trademark, a wide smile that adorned his boyish face. Always and at all times, our Sarka was smiling, spreading good energy and optimism around him. He had an encouraging effect. He was a human bowler that nothing seemed to be able to stop. He impeccably mannered, diplomatically cultured, with exceptional respect for every friend, teammate, co-worker, fan. He went through life with his head held high and without guards, spreading his arms and opening his heart to all those who were part of his life. He didn't know how to compromise when it came to his relationship with his family, from whom he always received unreserved support. His family was the centre of his world, the source of energy for all the brilliant games he gave at club and national team level. He treated his teammates and associates just like family, with the utmost respect. In Matija, everyone in the club and the national team had a sincere friend who was always ready to lend a helping hand, and he always did it with a smile, providing additional encouragement in difficult circumstances, said Savicevic as he addressed Matija's family. Dear Natalie, Bojan, Danilo and Oliver, in these difficult moments and the tragedy that had befallen your family, above all, be proud of Matija, of his life path and the mark he left among us. Matija will be an example of an exemplary man, a top athlete and a sincere patriot. And Savicevic added, Dear Matija, we are indescribably saddened by your premature departure, and we will miss you immensely in the years that should have been yours, in which you should have been our number one. We will keep the memory of you. Remember with reverence, everything you did for playing for all the national teams of your Montenegro. Rest in peace, our dear Matija. Your passion for the game and your spirit will never be forgotten. The memory of you will live forever in the hearts of all of us who had the privilege of knowing you, concluded Dejan Savicevic. So that's basically the full speech of the president of the FA of Montenegro at the ceremony today, and we will finish with, I believe, most of the speech from Matija's brother, Oliver. You were born 3 minutes before me, and it was never our plan for me to be older. Oliver, the twin brother of the deceased Matija, said goodbye on behalf of the family to the goalkeeper of Montenegro, who passed away on Saturday at the age of 27. Oliver, who plays for Sarkic, thanked the Football Association of Montenegro for their support, friends and colleagues who attended the commemoration at the Montenegrin National Theatre, and everyone who called, sent messages and provided support to the family. Matija was a great gentleman, beautiful, intelligent. Every day he wanted to be a better version of himself. We grew up together in school and in football. We had our fights, but no one could separate us, and that's that brotherly love. A brotherly love that has existed for as long as we can remember, and that will last forever between you, Daniel, and me. It is very appropriate that we have this commemoration here because our grandmother acted here for 30 years and met our grandfather, Matija Šarkić, and now rests with him forever. Matija was also always a great character and performer as a child, and that's why his grandmother called him Grandma's actor. He liked to make people laugh, said Oliver. We had a coach at Anderlecht, Thierry Verjans. He once told us, "Don't give yourself a chance to regret it." Matija never forgot it and remembered it many times, and that's how Matija lived every day. He has always done everything 100%, whether it's on the court, in the gym, analysing opponents, or making coffee. So it takes him 15 minutes to make the perfect German coffee from the best machine in the world. And also through jokes, he always did his best. He always had time for everyone. He was always smiling and positive. In his classic style, the last game was the best in his short career and life. Oliver reminded of Matija's bravura on the road to Belgium on June 5th in Brussels. A special game because he played against the country where he grew up and against players and childhood friends. In the last 2 games, he was the player of the match. Our opinion was that he was only just started a great career, but obviously someone had other plans for our Matija. He was a big part of our trio of Sarkic brothers. We're going to continue as a trio, but only with a little bit of distance. Yesterday we saw him for the last time and greeted him. Everyone who knows Matija knows what kind of worker he was. Now his moment has come to rest, and now he's part of the country he so proudly defended and loved, said Oliver. The twin brothers were inextricably linked. Matija, you were born 3 minutes before me. And that's what we kept telling people when we said we were twins, but I never thought in my life that I would be older than you. That was not our plan. Unfortunately, you will always be 26 years old now. Every birthday will be without you. Who am I going to congratulate when I wake up on July the 23rd? I still can't believe we're here 10 days ago. You were my best man at my wedding and now you're gone. But you wouldn't have chosen better last moments together. And that's where we were the happiest ever. We will remember you as a young, strong, smart, handsome guy who left us too soon. Watch us from heaven and be sure that everything we do from now on, it is for you. Join Beverly, Isabella, Dennis, Bob, and Diddy now, and rest in peace, my brother. We all love you, said Oliver Sarkic, and read the farewell messages of Matija's girlfriend Phoebe in English. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.